There was a time in history when a people lived for generations beyond count. To them came Prophet Noah with a message that was clear, simple, and undeniable. Worship Allah and Him alone. But they chose not to listen. Instead, they laughed. And when Noah began building a massive ark, not near water but in the middle of a vast desert, they passed by him every day, pointing, mocking, and laughing from their hearts. A ship, here? To them it was proof he had lost his mind. But Noah never stopped. Not for years. Then came the moment everything changed. The sky shifted. Rain fell unlike anything humanity had ever seen before. Heavy, endless. And suddenly, the earth itself began to break open, with water bursting from everywhere. The world was turning into a single flood, and the ark began to rise, above waves that looked like mountains. Inside that chaos, those who denied Noah were drowning one by one. Even his own son, who believed a mountain would save him, was swallowed by the flood right in front of his father's eyes. And in that moment, one truth remained. When arrogance meets truth, the end is always drowning. After the people of Noah came the people of Ad. They were among the strongest nations Allah ever created, taller, stronger, and more powerful than those around them. They built massive cities and carved palaces into mountains and deserts that no one else could inhabit. And in their pride, they became blind to the truth. They would say arrogantly, "Who is stronger than us?" But they forgot the one who gave them their strength, Allah. Then Allah sent to them Prophet Hud alayhi salam. He called them gently, reminding them to return to their Creator and be grateful for the blessings they had been given. But they rejected him, and they continued in arrogance and defiance. So the punishment came from something they could not see and could not resist. Allah sent upon them a furious, freezing wind. It did not stop, not for a moment. It lasted 7 nights and 8 days, destroying everything in its path. It lifted them from the ground and threw them like they were nothing at all. Their cities, once symbols of pride and power, became empty ruins under the storm. And when it ended, there was nothing left of Ad except silence and ruins. A reminder from Allah that no strength protects against His command. Then came the people of Thamud. They inherited strength after Ad, and they became masters of carving homes into mountains. But their hearts were harder than the stone they lived in. Allah sent to them Prophet Saleh alayhi salam. He called them to worship Allah alone, but they demanded a miracle, a she-camel coming out of solid rock. And by the permission of Allah, it happened. A clear sign in front of their eyes, but instead of believing, they rejected it. And they killed the she-camel. So Prophet Saleh warned them, "Enjoy your homes for 3 days, and the promise of Allah never fails." On the 4th morning, a single powerful blast came from the sky, and in one moment, everything ended. They fell silent in the homes they carved with their own hands and became nothing but a memory, a warning for every generation after them. The people of Lot. The people of Lot lived in the city of Sodom and were doing things no one in the world had ever done before, even with Lot constantly warning them and trying to bring them back. They just kept going and even wanted him kicked out of town, saying he was someone who acts too pure. When the angels came to Lot's house looking like regular men to carry out Allah's order, the people tried to storm the house. It was a shameful scene. That's when it ended. Jibril blinded them all in a single moment. They couldn't see a thing. At dawn, the big operation started. Jibril pulled the entire cities up from the ground and lifted them into the sky, so high that the angels could hear the dogs barking. Then Allah rained down stones from the sky on them, one after another. Each stone had a name written on it, the name of the person it was going to hit and kill. Their civilization was completely wiped out. Where they used to live is now a dead, lifeless sea. No life, no plants, nothing. The people of Midian. The people of Midian were traders. Their economy was strong, but their real problem was dishonesty. They would cheat on the scales, give people less than they paid for, and always take more than their share. Prophet Shuaib alayhi salam talked to them gently and logically. He told them that honest money, even if it's little, has more blessing in it than money made through cheating. But they just mocked him and made fun of his prayers and his religion. The punishment fit the crime. A strange, intense heat hit them, so bad that water, shade, and their own homes gave them no relief at all. Then they saw a big cool-looking cloud in the sky and thought it was finally going to bring them rain and good things. They all ran under it to escape the sun. That cloud didn't rain water, it rained fire and lightning on them. Then a blast hit them from above all at once. They fell dead in their homes. All the money they made through cheating disappeared in one moment. It became a lesson in history for anyone who messes with other people's rights or thinks cheating is a path to success. The people of the Sabbath. These were a group from the children of Israel who lived in a coastal village. Their test was simple: no fishing on Saturday. Allah tested their patience by making fish appear in huge numbers right at the shore every Saturday. then disappear for the rest of the week. Instead of being patient, they came up with what they thought was a clever trick. They'd throw their nets in on Friday and pull them out on Sunday. And they'd say, "We didn't fish on Saturday." Playing games with Allah's commands was the big mistake. It split them into 3 groups: those who disobeyed, those who warned them, and those who stayed silent. The ending was sudden and shocking. Allah turned the ones who cheated and disobeyed into monkey. They lost their human form in a single moment. They became a lesson for anyone who thinks going around Allah's commands will save them from being held accountable. The people of Pharaoh. These were Pharaoh's court, his soldiers, and all the people who cheered him on and followed him in his arrogance without thinking. They weren't just followers. They were partners in every crime Pharaoh committed. When the moment of truth came at the sea, not one of them made it out. They all drowned together in one moment along with their king who claimed to be a god. The same sea that split open for Musa alayhi salam and his people as a path to safety closed right back over Pharaoh's people as a mass grave. The result was they lost everything, this life and the next. In their grave they are shown the fire every morning and evening, and on the day of judgment they will face the worst punishment. Their drowning was a message to anyone who follows a tyrant and makes excuses for him. The end will be the same, and they'll share the same fate.